What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bryce with the Real Squad.
And it's your boy Al here with the Real Squad.
I'm freshly back from Japan. And you know what? I was like, let's just get straight back to work. Now that I'm home, I want to get to work. And what was the movie?
It was Tokyo Drift. No, it was Fast 10.
Fast 10, a.k.a. Fast X. And who was this directed by?
It was directed by Louis Leterrier.
Oh, man. Okay. As you guys all know, well, you should know, when going into a Fast and Furious movie, pretty much after Fast and Furious 5, you best turn your brain off.
Yep.
If you want to be entertained, just slightly entertained, or just entertained at all, you need to turn your brain off for these movies because we are stepping into magical superhero territory.
Yes.
Without it actually being a superhero or magical movie.
Facts.
We just have to accept it. But we have the introduction of Jason Momoa. I forgot his name in the movie already, bruh.
Let's see.
Oh, man.
Real quick.
He is the new bad guy. The new big bag. Oh, Dante. Yeah. What's the last name?
It was like Rios or something.
Oh, yeah. Dante Rios. Whatever.
Something like that.
Big Dante in the house, man. Now, this time, the angle is we're not going to just kill Dom. We're going to hurt the people and kill the people around him.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Big Joker vibes.
Big Joker vibes. Let's just go ahead and get into Jason Momoa. Honestly, this is going to be like a non-spoiler review. We'll talk about some spoiler stuff towards the end as far as like the post-credit scene. But if it wasn't for Jason Momoa being so eccentric in literally this movie's or this universe's Joker, it probably would have lost me. Dude, they probably said family about at least 100 times. They said family, bro. And for some reason, I noticed it every single time. But Jason Momoa acted I've never seen him act like this before.
Yeah. And
it was actually really entertaining to see him so, I guess, super flamboyant.
Yeah.
And super, he was pretty smart, actually. So
he was smart. He was like the Joker, bro.
He
like,
was literally the Joker.
Evil villain, smart, always got a backup plan, ready for whatever. It was just crazy, bro. Like, yeah, just to have him in a whole different role. Like, we know him from Aquaman, DC, obviously.
Right.
So he just brought. I feel like he brought the Joker to Fast and Furious.
And I was definitely expecting Aquaman to walk on there, like I said, him being super stoic or something like that, or trying to be super cool the whole time. Nah, blood. He was having a blast. He was hamming it up. He had way more fun than anybody else in this movie.
Extra cheese.
The weakest part of the movie, I guess the movie for me would be because you have a bunch of characters in this. You have all the returning cast, some new surprises, but when you have Tyrese as Roman and I think Ludacris as Tez, that whole situation was super annoying to me. I don't know what it was. I don't know who was writing the comedy for this, but for me it definitely did not land. Roman is usually pretty funny, or like he's usually played up for the joke, and in this one it was like
he was the comic relief.
He was for sure the comic relief, but it just wasn't funny. It was more so like y'all, it's just wasting time. You know what I'm saying? They could have cut them out the movie completely and like had them pop up at the end or something like that, and it would have still had the same effect.
It was like 3 different storylines in this movie. They had to get all of the characters from the past movies in there somehow, so I feel like a lot of it was just thrown in there just so they could be in the movie.
Facts. Like, I don't know, like, I guess, I think Vin Diesel mentioned that this is gonna be like a trilogy. Like these last 3 movies is gonna be connected to this one.
Yeah, I know how I feel about that. I hate that. Like, bro, just do the movie, bro.
Get for it real. Over. Put it all in there.
We don't need to see no cliffhangers at the end. Fucking Vin Diesel looking at the camera. We just now is the movie over. Bro.
It was like I said, man, this is more so of a turn your brain off, and like a lot of the action was decent. I'll give them that. It was just a lot of unbelievable scenes and people doing some unbelievable shit, which unfortunately Fast and the Furious has become known for. It is honestly crazy that they haven't introduced powers or magic at this point. I'm so surprised that they didn't even, you know what I'm saying? It's about
Facts.
time they added in like the Transformers, or they've been mentioning Jurassic Park. Like throw something else in there, because
Yeah, it's not real, bro.
it's trying to top itself each movie. Like, and I guess the way they top it this time is with the going harder with the villain, as far as Jason Momoa. Not making, he is tough, but he is more so of a thinking man and like trying to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
And
He had the same. I'm telling you, it's the same vibes as Joker. Like even like in the Suicide Squad, like, he had the same exact. How he got what's it called? Her
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, how he got what's her name? The Cypher.
Oh,
How he got her goons to switch over is the exact same way as the Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay.
Remember?
Okay. Yeah. Facts. Okay.
Like, bro, like, yeah, they just pretty much was like, I don't know if it was his decision or if it was direction, but I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Joker was
mentioned
in that room.
He had to. I'm thinking that he went in here like, I want to play the Joker. I want to do what I think the Joker could be, especially after seeing like Heath Ledger as far as it being realism or it being brought in without like fantastical stuff. Even though they have some fantastical stuff in here, it wasn't as it was just. Like I said, if it wasn't for him having fun with it and actually going all out for it, this would have been horrible. This could have easily been terrible.
I found myself looking at people just to like, are we all looking at the same thing? But I looked at this one dude and he was dialed in. So I was like, let me just turn my brain off, because he clearly like he's seeing something in this. And
they try to reel you in the very beginning as far as like the family aspect. They're trying to show Vin Diesel and Letty have a son now.
Yeah,
bringing in his mom, and having everybody at the dinner or at
Walker.
All the pictures on the wall from all the previous movies. Yeah. They trying to pull your heartstrings, and to me, it's a little bit too obvious, because like throughout the trailer, they done played it a million times for movies like this. You're gonna get a bunch of promotion for this, but it's been nonstop. I'm coming after your family. I'm coming after your family. And so I feel like they probably could have approached that a little bit better,
right?
As far as getting us invested, because it was at one point I was like, I honestly don't care what happens to anybody. I'm just watching it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really just watching. I'm not afraid for anything.
Yeah, like I never was once afraid like, oh, somebody's gonna die. I knew nobody. I ain't gonna spoil it.
Yeah,
but because it ain't like nobody died, but like I already knew. I wasn't scared, like he said. I wasn't afraid that anybody was gonna die. A couple of things happened that I didn't think was gonna happen. I thought a couple of people were gonna be like evil instead, and they weren't. And I thought a couple of people were gonna be good, and they weren't. So they kind of tricked me on that,
which made it a little bit more enjoyable. Not the unknown, as far as like I said. Once you start watching it, at some point you stop caring. Then they start throwing like curveballs, and they're like, oh, okay.
It was super blockbuster. Like it was super big. It was just a big movie. It's like one of those Michael Bays.
Yeah,
like where it's like just super big. Everything's big.
Definitely a blockbuster.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your explosions. You're gonna get a little bit of some races in there, like
very few. You'll get your cars, your classic cars. For all you car heads, y'all love it. Apparently, Dom's car is indestructible.
Dude, these guys, when they get into these cars, are like, I'm not even gonna say these guys. Dominic Toretto, inside of a car, he might as well be Superman. I'll leave it at that.
Unstoppable.
Literally that unstoppable. Like, it is crazy how far they go with this.
He doing stuff that's just like amazing. Like, bro, how did you do that?
And I don't even, like I said, I'm so numb to this now, because I honestly don't know how to feel. Like, I want to give credit to like, stunt coordinators and stuff like that, and people that actually put these scenes together, but it is literally so ridiculous, and it's a bunch of CGI, for sure. Not too much practical shit going on here,
right? Because for the amount of like different cities they were in, they didn't really have too many like, you know, like John Wick, they had like grand, like you could see the entire like city line, or you could see like the entire Eiffel
very
Tower.
grandiose views.
Yeah, this one they kept everything like focused on like the action, and they could have. I feel like they kind of missed, dropped the ball with that one, because they could have had like pretty much like very picturesque type scenes.
They didn't do really good scaling as far as So I want to give a shout out to my man though, Peacemaker. What's his name? John Cena. Oh my gosh. So even though it definitely seems like, because he was the villain in the last movie and he's Dom's brother, of course, and you know what happens once a movie is over, the previous villain is now a part of the family. And so he wasn't the same character, but he kind of did play like a peacemaker type character, and he was funny. I don't know if I'm pretty sure he was written that way. He was supposed to be funny, but he spends a lot of time with Dom's kid, and that was enjoyable. Like as far as where the movie leads you, following John Cena, following Dom, and following Jason Momoa's character. And I guess I can go ahead and say Charlize Theron and Letty, it was pretty decently entertaining. That was about it though. Like,
yeah, it started off everybody was together, then they all broke apart, and it then turned into 3 different stories. You got the Cruz story, you have Dom's story, and you have Letty's story. And that's pretty much where it went.
Yeah, and I
guess you could kind of count the boys' story too. So maybe like 3 and a half ish.
That's a bunch.
It's a lot to get in one movie.
It's a lot of characters in here, and I guess I see why they want to do like a trilogy to end it all off. But they could have capitalized on this first movie a lot better as far as keeping it contained, because like I said, it could have been a lot of characters left out and you could bring them in later so it could have a bigger impact.
Exactly. Or they could have just started knocking people down, just killing people. That would made it very impactful.
That's true. That is true. Before we get into the post-credit scene, you want to give it a rating?
Yeah. All right, so for the rating for Fast X, I'm going to give it a real decent movie. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay.
I want to say like, because it was like the action was pretty good, and I thought the acting was terrible. But yeah, maybe like a 6 point something.
So like a
6.
A kind of a low, real decent movie.
Yeah, real decent.
I'm right behind you with the real I'm gonna go a little higher, real decent movie, because I like Jason Momoa, and I probably won't watch this again because I got enough of it. It's ingrained in my skull.
I'm not watching it.
But I'll give it a real, like I said, real decent high 7.
Okay.
But yeah,
I respect that.
You guys take that for what you will. You either could go see this in the theater, which might make it better experience seeing it with a crowd than seeing it on a big screen, or you can wait till this comes out and watch it with the family. No pun intended. And probably just have as much fun with it. But yeah, real quick for this post-credit scene, if you don't want to hear it, now is the time to leave, because this is spoiler territory.
Cut it.
All right. I mentioned this in my fresh out the theater review that obviously there is a post-credit scene, and I was surprised by it. Your boy Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Hobbs, is back after all the controversy. Apparently, this has been out there in spoiler territory. I mean, in spoiler news, and people dropping the ball or spilling the beans a little early. I honestly didn't know this, so I was genuinely shocked when I saw him pull off the mask and it was Hobbs. I thought him and Vin Diesel. Oh my God! If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I thought him and Vin Diesel was having some type of beef, but apparently is not as real as we thought it was, and they were kind of like, that could have been promotion for this movie.
Nothing that money can't solve.
Man,
them M's come in. Hey man,
Roxanne, I'm taking that. Just put me in the next one, coach.
For real.
But it definitely seemed like they shot that like real fast. Like that was probably way after the fact. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't even give them no lines. They said, just make it up yourself.
Yeah, literally. Come and get me. some bitch. Like
Some
what?
bitch.
It was so awkward how he said that. He literally damn near ruined his own little post credit scene.
Bro,
'cause
shout
it
out
was
to
so
Rock
weird.
for trying, bro. That was
For sure.
That was hilarious.
I'm looking forward to seeing him though. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently, you know, the whole story is Dominic killed Jason Momoa's dad in Fast 5, and so technically he hit the Pops with the car. Vin Diesel did, but The Rock was the one that actually pulled the trigger, so he got to get it too.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
You want to show off?
Oh yeah, we got a little. My man got a little
We
something.
got a little trinket.
What they got for us?
We have Dom's car.
That is crazy.
They was selling this in the movie theater, so
I believe this is a popcorn holder too.
it's also a popcorn holder. I haven't opened it yet.
I appreciate you for not opening it. It takes a strong one to not open it.
I
and
definitely
get it popping.
about to put some popcorn in there.
I know they asked you want to open it.
Yeah, I was like, nah. But yeah, it's Dom's indestructible car that can do anything.
It's damn near a must have as far as popcorn boxes.
Yeah. This is like Dom's Green Lantern ring.
Pretty much, or his shit. That's perfectly put. It's definitely his.
It can
Green
do
Lantern ring.
anything.
You guys, let us know if you're gonna go this weekend and check out Fast X, or you're gonna wait for streaming. Make sure you comment below. If you're new here, hit that sub button. You know what I mean? Trying to get this channel popping.
And if you're not new here, go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can get our content right when we drop it.
Hey man, we are here for y'all. We're here to bring y'all the real. No pun intended. But we appreciate you guys for sticking with us. Like I said, we have both been on somewhat of a vacation, so it's good to be back. Good to be talking to you guys again. So like I said, man, drop those comments. Make sure y'all like and share. And it's been real with the Real Squad.
Peace.